I started the paper in the garage 30 years ago. I had an idea that I could start a newspaper here, mostly because I couldn't get a job anywhere else, so I said, I'll start my own darn paper.
I remember falling asleep on the ground in my dad's garage where he started the Coast News. And all the long nights he spent putting the paper together so the community had their weekly newspaper every week. He had the vision to give the community something and have something for me to grow up in and have something meaningful to do with my life. And now I do feel very engaged with the community through the paper, and I think that's very special.
It's a family business. I have a wonderful son that I'm able to turn the business over to. I have grandchildren, and every man, I think, wants to have a continuation, of his life, and I feel really lucky that I have that.
Coast News serves all of North County, San Diego. We have 3 publications. First and foremost, the Coast News, which serves Camp Pendleton down through Carmel Valley. We have approximately 60,000 readers of that weekly publication. About 11 years ago, we started the Rancho Santa Fe News to serve the wealthier demographics in the Rancho Santa Fe, Fairbanks Ranch, Rancho Pacifica, and Rancho Santa Fe areas. And that paper is doing quite well. We have a third publication called the Inland Edition, which is growing quickly along with those communities. That paper serves Vista, San Marcos, and Escondido every other week. And we're very excited about the future of that area as San Marcos and Vista and Escondido grow. So will we, along with the business community.
We're the premier community paper in North County, so people depend on us for information on news, civic matters, community events. We're the leading source. Many of our readers have actually grown up with us because we've been here for 30 years.
It's kind of the last kid on the block as far as independent news source for a community. I mean, that's who we're ultimately responsible to.
I think in today's age, it's difficult to find a trustworthy news source, and I think the Coast News is exactly that. I mean, you can trust that it's going to give you both sides of the argument, and it just feels like they care about the community and the different things that are going on.
Every Friday, I really look forward to the Coast News. I know I can depend on them giving me the straight talk from all perspectives.
And, when you compare the Coast News to other news outlets, I think the difference is that on the pieces that they choose to cover, things that are actually important, things that people actually want to read and know more about.
The world's comprised of atoms and stories. There's stories everywhere, and we want to tell stories of our community. We want to cover all sides of the issue and be as fair as possible.
I think we do a better job than most in our reporting. We're certainly unbiased. I've gotten into trouble on several occasions by not going along with some of the more powerful figures in the area, and I lost advertising dollars because of that, because I fought for something I believed in. And I think that the people realize that the Coast News doesn't do that, that we're pretty fair about our reporting.
We only answer to our community, and those are advertising to us. We don't have any other overarching interests that guide us. So it gives us the freedom to look at issues that we feel are important in the community.
When you advertise in a paper like the Coast News, you're helping us keep politicians accountable, tell important stories that national news outlets don't really have the time and resources to touch.
We did a 3-part series which won an award about heroin on the streets of high school kids, and we were able to take this dealer off the street who was only on the street and sell to support his own habit, because that's how this kind of thing works. And the police did nothing up until the time we published this paper. They were always saying they were looking for the big fish, but we were more concerned about our children, the little fish, being hurt.
We're a document of record, and we're also a voice for people in the community.
Without a doubt, the Coast News is the community's favorite newspaper, and it feels really good to be a part of that. I think our advertisers know that.
Repeat customers come back to advertise because they hear from their customers. They saw their ad in the Coast News. Our readers are loyal. They don't go a week without reading our paper. It's got a lot of brand equity in the market and a lot of credibility and integrity in publishing.
Coast News is a great way to get word out on our events, our community events, any kind of promotional thing we like to advertise with the Coast News because it reaches such kind of our community, our coastal community.
One thing I can say about our advertising department is that we go the extra mile for our customers. People not only like the variety of products and features within the paper that they can have access to, but the service and attention to the specific needs of each advertiser that our team gives. It's what keeps people coming back year in and year out. We have so many regular advertisers that have plenty of options on where to spend their money, but they come back to us.
We've had some major advertisers, buying full-page color ads every week for 30 years in our paper. And this isn't my brother-in-law, he's not my drinking buddy, He's just a business person who believes in the Coast News and over the years has seen that it is effective. 30 years, full page.
The customer service at the Coast News is second to none. It's exceptional. We take very good care of our customers. We're flexible. We don't see ourselves as just a publication or advertising. We see ourselves as a marketing partner with our clients. They get good results. We do a lot of strategic planning to make sure that the effective messaging gets to the right recipient.
The Coast News has always been very, very, supportive of our organization and what we do. So they've always taken care of us throughout the years.
We have a great variety of different components that can help our customers achieve their objectives, including, of course, our print component, which is our paper that we have 110,000 readers in North San Diego County. We also have the digital components, which include our website. You can do a digital ad that has link ability to the client's website. We also have advertorials that allow the customer to tell their own story in detail. The great thing about the Marketplace news story or the advertorial is the fact that it gets archived on our website, so it also serves as search engine content that can help boost the client's searchability on the web.
North County, San Diego is a very special area. Everybody who comes to visit wants to live here. Everyone who leaves here on vacation is excited to come home. There's something magical here, and I think the Coast News is one way for people to tap into that magic.
The Coast News is really synonymous with North County. I think that if the Coast News didn't exist, there would be a huge void in this market. Nobody does the job that we do. We tell the stories. We do in-depth coverage of the issues that matter to our readers. I think we would be sorely, sorely missed. And I think we have, because we're local and we're independently owned, we have the understanding of the market here and what's of interest and what matters to our readers, like nobody else does.